pretty savvy.
Hey man, we're trying. Where's my iPad? Where's our foot? Oh, there it is. Oh, you know what? That's weird. All right, we're live. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Let me see. Let me get back on here. See what's going on. All right, cool. So to reintroduce ourselves, my name is Hurston. I'm a student here at Florida International University. Just trying to make it out alive. And we have an amazing guest tonight. He's been brilliant, just been so insightful, so intelligent tonight. Would you like to let us know who you are?
Yeah, I'm Ricardo Garcia, Rick, and I'm a professor here at FIU, Florida International University. I teach educational leadership and policy studies for people that want to become administrators in education.
So Dr. Garcia, yeah, Rick is on the show. That's to me is still really cool. Mm-hmm. The fact that I can feel comfortable enough to even say that to you, right?
Well, of course.
Yeah, it's because most professors, most of the time, they introduce themselves as I am Doctor.
Okay.
Very, eloquent. Very.
Right.
And I'm Rick.
Well, I'm not that fancy at all.
Yeah. That's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. So we want to talk a little bit about. So we've talked so much about like your past, how you grew up.
Right. Okay.
From the cotton fields, from having shoes in Texas, right? Not having shoes. To the PhD, let's talk about music a little bit.
Sure.
Music has been a huge part of your life.
Oh yeah.
In 7th grade, right?
Right.
You had you ever played drums before?
I had not. I used to, like any child growing up, I had pots and pans and books, and it's a shame that I talk about playing on books rather than reading books when I was a little kid, because that's all I do now. But yeah, I would spend my time, playing records, playing the radio, and playing along with books and playing on pots and pans.
What kind of music were you playing to?
I was doing a lot of rock.
A lot of rock?
growing up,
interesting,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but growing up, with my mother's influence, I listened to a lot of Mexicano stuff, a lot of trios. Los Tres Haces, Los Panchos.
Yeah, that's like kind of like, not bossa nova,
Baladas.
Boleros,
right on, boleros.
Yeah.
And then...
and boleros kind of like a soft type of music, right, with some guitars.
Yeah.
Like Sabor a Mi.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Sabor a Mi,
Si Nos
yeah.
Dejan.
Si Nos Dejan, exactly.
Yeah, if anyone... Feel free to look up these songs.
Yeah,
Nos
great
Dejan,
tunes.
Sabor a Mi.
Yeah, Sabor a Mi.
Yeah, beautiful songs. Yeah.
Yes, Piel Canela, all those beautiful tunes from back then. But I also grew up listening to machito and Cuban music and salsa, and I'm kind of an oddball in my family because, and I don't even know how it started, but I know Mom had a wide spectrum of music that she listened to, and she was a very good singer. She was in the church choir when I was a kid, and I remember being about 5, 6 years old, and she would sing, and I would look at her and I'd say, man, I knew she had this beautiful voice. And even as a child, I would compare her voice to others, and I could tell that she was very different. She could sing.
Yeah.
And but anyway, I grew up listening to boleros, to Los Tres Haces, Los Panchos, machito. And yeah, it's been great.
So, like we said earlier, you're not supposed to be here, right? But you made it to college.
Oh, I thought in your apartment I wasn't supposed to be here.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not supposed to be. It is a hideous apartment. To the college dorm.
It's pretty swanky.
I make it work.
You do.
Right?
It looks great.
I make it work. I put some posters up and everything. But you ended up making it to college.
Yes.
And you were able to fund your studies through music.
Right.
So what happened there? Like, what? How do you play?
It's through people that helped. I mean, I remember actually my younger, well, she's older than me, my sister Chris, who's the third in the family, she, from a very early age, told me, you need to be in band. Because people in band, they travel. They get outside of the hometown, and they go all over, and they seem to have a lot of fun.
Shout out to big sisters out there.
Yeah, big sisters. You're right.
Shout out to big sisters.
I owe them a lot, to both of them.
Even to little sisters, because little sisters,
yeah,
especially little Latina sisters, they do the same thing. She's like, Hurston, you need to do this. Like, they're very authoritative. Yeah,
they know.
Yeah. Shout out to those.
Yeah.
Shout out to Latino women.
They are awesome.
Yeah, Latino women are awesome. Yeah, shout out to Latino women.
So she was the one that said you need to be in band, and I was already playing on books, playing on pots and pans, and so it made sense. But the problem was I wasn't starting band until 7th grade, and most students start in 4th, 5th grade, and so I'm getting a late start, which is I think is my foundation, not my mantra, but I'm a late bloomer, and even in 1st grade trying to learn English because all we spoke was Espanol at home.
Yeah.
But when it came to music, I started in 7th grade, and I wanted to play the saxophone. I mean, the saxophone was king. I wanted to play sax. It sounded great, and it emulated the voice. I couldn't really sing.
I can't sing
but
either. Yeah.
well, between the two of us, we kind of
maybe after like some tequila shots. I'll sing.
Oh, well, maybe so.
Yeah, maybe so.
The night is still young.
The night, I mean, it's only 10 o'clock.
We'll be singing before the show is over.
Sombras nada más, right?
Oh my God!
That's all.
Are you serious? Holy cow! That's an old tune, dude.
Hey, I'm an old Spanish soul. I am.
You are.
I know some old Spanish songs.
You're hanging out with me.
Hey, but 55 years young.
Oh, me, yeah.
Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Okay, 55 years young. Yeah.
So
Natasha says she plays the sax.
Yeah.
Amber saying shout out to saxophone player. Amber.
Sax rules.
Oh, Amber.
I love saxophone. Especially the tenor. And if you
oh.
play Barry sax like Jerry Mulligan, kudos to you.
You're a jazzer. You're a jazzer.
Oh,
We're getting to that. We're getting to that.
Oh my God.
So you're an oddball because a lot of Mexican people that I know who play instruments don't play jazz. Definitely don't play salsa, like Afro-Cuban music.
Oh my God, that's
so what the hell? You're an anomaly.
I kind of am. I kind of think I'm a chameleon because I'm able to go in here and go out there and change color and
okay.
Even growing up, hanging out with a white crowd, hanging out with a Mexican crowd.
You said you played drums in a black church.
I did. I've played in a black church, definitely.
Yeah, so
not for a long time, but I have.
But that usually Mexican people don't do that.
No.
That's not like the thing.
But that's been through the music affiliation with other people, right? With other groups of folks, of colored folks. or students of color that I've been able to interact with.
Yeah.
But I played at a black church, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of energy from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since I've done that. I mean, I played a lot before my daughters were born.
Yeah.
And then I kind of grew up.
So daughters will make you stop playing music?
No, they won't. They actually want you to play more, but it's just you have to put food on the table, and
you do. You're right.
You got more responsibilities.
I wouldn't know. I don't have daughters. I don't have that.
Yeah. And I wanted to grow up. I mean, a lot of fellow musicians, and I'm certainly not knocking musicians, but I know they would continue, and it's just very hard on the family. And I knew that I wasn't good enough to keep playing professionally. But I was good enough to play gigs here and there, and then when my daughters were born, my wife and we were very adamant that we needed to be, raising a family together, and my wife didn't work for 9 or 10 years, so she stayed at home with our girls while I was teaching and rising up the ranks of education.
Yeah. And you made some pretty high ranks. You mind telling some folks?
I was an associate vice chancellor for the community college system.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
kind
pretty damn high.
It's. I never thought I'd ever get to that level.
It's pretty big deal.
Yeah, and the salary was crazy and crazy good, but
I can't even count to 10, so I wouldn't even know how to count up to that.
But I always think about my dad, how I used to help my dad with his taxes, and as a Latino, I mean, he had terrible bookkeeping skills, but he's making $15,000 to $26,000 a year, and I'm making 6-7 times more than he did at that time. It's just very humbling.
No, yeah. I want to read some of these comments, but some of them are disrespectful, especially by Mario. He doesn't believe that I don't have daughters.
He doesn't believe what?
That I don't have daughters, or that I don't have children. Jaylee Garcia is saying play more and dance too.
Dance! Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And she and I, when she got married last year, she and I did a father-daughter dance to some salsa.
Kat is saying, I'm loving the side commentaries from, I guess your 2 daughters. It definitely adds more. Let's see here. Lawan saying that I've gotten adjusted to the wine. This is not wine. This is sweet tea.
It is.
Meg Garcia saying late night gigs weren't ideal. Having 2 little girls.
That's right.
What is it? Kayla saying you need some bumpers on the tablet. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, because you're gonna drop it and break it.
Oh yeah, I got this for free from a Woke Wednesdays fan. So thank you to Megan. And Meg Garcia saying so he took a step back from playing.
Who's this?
Meg Garcia.
Oh. Well, no. Well, yes, but it was one big step forward to be with the family.
No, yeah, absolutely. And people are talking about brown liquor, and I'm not going to talk about brown liquor because that has no place here.
You're in Miami, so Ron is king.
Yeah, I only drink liquor that looks like me. Yeah. All right, so music.
Yes.
Big time. So,
yeah.
7th grade, you're pretty much like a 7th grade prodigy. You never played drums before, and you're coming in here and just playing.
Yeah.
Right? And you're outdoing all the white kids, right? White kids who've been in professional classes with tutors and teachers, private lessons. Right. You never had that.
No.
And you're just killing on drums, right? On the set.
Well, now they're going to expect me to blow them away with playing.
Just brag away. Feel free to brag away. Last week we said that we love celebrating people of color.
Thank you.
And I think that's powerful. And I think we should do that more often.
Yeah.
Right? So, you're awesome. Like, let's celebrate us.
Okay.
We have enough people demeaning us, right?
I like this guy.
So yeah, I mean, I'm a nice guy. You know, I'm a nice guy. So let's celebrate us. This is beautiful.
Sure.
Black, brown, yellow, red. Like, let's do it. Poor whites too. You know, poor whites. You know.
Yeah, poor whites.
Yeah, poor whites. That's a real thing.
Plenty of those. Yeah.
So you ended up getting a scholarship.
I did.
To college.
I did. Yeah.
To play some music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was it a full ride?
Mm-hmm.
You got a full ride to college.
To play drums.
Yep.
That's it.
That's
all I did. From pots and pans to 4-year degree.
How do you say pots and pans in Mexico? In Nicaragua, we say bailas. I don't think that's how you say it in Mexico.
Tarcenes.
Tarcenes?
Mm-hmm.
Tarcenes with a T.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, tarcenes. And in Nicaragua, we say bailas.
Bailas.
Yeah,
okay.
bailas.
That's
Yeah. I think they're
Tarcen.
So bailas. So
Yeah.
I think it's the indigenous stuff like bailas.
Yeah, I like that.
That sounds
cool.
very
Sounds like a meal. Sounds like a dish.
It could be a paella. Yeah, for sure. So we let's see here. Kelly's saying, oh yeah, he's trying to sit with the adults now with the brown liquor. Kathy, you're a rude person. Lawan's
he
laughing.
was sipping out of a straw until I got rid of it.
Wow. Okay. A lot is happening. Meg Garcia is just giving hearts. J. Lee Garcia, your daughters are big fans of you. They're just.
No, it's the other way around. I'm like super proud of what they do.
Oh, I know. You talk about them all the time.
And they're only in their mid-20s.
He talks about y'all all the time. I just want y'all to know that I know all about you. I know your social security numbers. I'm about to pass them out. Some of my cousins. I'm about to pass out your social security numbers. Some of my primas. I'm about to do that. J. Lee Garcia saying, don't forget to tell them about the hurricane and how you got first chair. And they're saying hashtag #1 fans.
Oh, that's cute.
And I'm going to pass out your social security numbers. So all my primas, I got you. They're about to be 18. Yeah. J. Lee Garcia's out here.
Well, just remember their numbers are in Aztec numbers.
Okay, so my cousins will make it work. Latinos are resourceful people.
Yeah, that's true.
We're resourceful people.
We invented the zero, right?
We did. So let's play some music. Is that cool? Yeah?
Don't expect much. I mean, I'm like
an
old man and worn out and haven't played since 2000. 17 years.
17 years.
I mean, I still play off and on, but...
Yeah. But
I was playing steady until the year 2000.
So real quick, let's break that down. For a musician, when we say we haven't played in a while, that means like in over 2 weeks.
Well,
over a week.
No, I mean it's kind of like
when
an athlete. Regularly. When you're an athlete, and I'm certainly not an athlete.
Break that down.
But when I think about an athlete that's training every single day, working out every single day, competing almost every weekend or throughout the week, you're in top form. Yeah. It's the same with a musician. You play all the time. You're playing licks. You're playing scales. You play. You learn. You're going through the harmonic series, whether it's a saxophone or a keyboard. Yeah. And as a drummer, the same thing. It's very you're all your 4 limbs are moving, so you're in a way it's a physical thing. Yeah. But since you're playing so much, it becomes so natural that your muscles are used to moving in a certain direction. Yeah. Certain speed. The dexterity, I mean, it's very complicated when you really think about it, scientifically, I guess. But since I haven't been playing like that since 17 years ago, what I play today is just I mean, it's like intermediate level playing.
So he's lying. He's really good. He's a liar. He's pretty damn good. But no, you're right though. Like as a musician.
Yeah, you're a musician too. I mean, you're a great player.
So
you sound great.
I can't read music.
But you have a phenomenal ear.
I can't read anything. So just like in English, I can't read anything. Foucault can't read it.
Oh yeah, right.
Bordeaux can't read it either. I can't read anything.
It's not Bordeaux.
It's not Bordeaux. Yeah. But as a musician, yeah, like I haven't played keyboard in about 3 years. About 2.5 years. Like legit playing every single day. Because to a musician, playing every single day is part of your routine.
Yeah,
part of your life.
You have to do it.
Right. So we're talking about an immigrant experience tonight and about parallels, but also we want to give you insight into a little bit of a musician's circle, right?
Sure.
So playing every day is vital to a musician.
Yes.
It's part of it. Becomes your stress reliever. It becomes a way of expression. It becomes very cathartic.
Yeah,
much of an emotional release, right?
Yeah.
So when you stop playing because of other things, it can kind of affect you, right? Like, to me, it's affected me because, like, oh, I don't have that way of releasing anymore. Yeah. So now when I play, it's like, I finally get to play, right?
Well, I have to say that
I'm
grateful for running into you and meeting you because
a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that all the time.
That's not what the custodial staff at
Okay, I'm sorry.
But anyway, I mean, because I came to Miami and I brought my instruments. My wife was like, "What the hell are you doing, bringing all these drums?" But I brought them just in case I got the chance to play again, and I was going to have more time because I'm retired from Texas. So here I'm teaching one class.
Yeah.
And then I have a bunch of meetings that I go to, a lot of planning and development.
Yeah.
But I have time to practice, and so I'm getting the itch to play again.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed because, and no offense to the reggaeton and the bachata lovers out there.
Shout out to reggaeton, bachata. I love that. Oh, never mind. I mean, I hate that. I mean, I disapprove.
Good answer.
I'm sorry. Okay.
No insult to those folks because there's a place for them in the annals of music history somewhere.
In those other places.
But being an old school guy, I mean, come on. The salsa, the son montuno, the cha-cha-cha, the bolero.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh.
But that's where it comes from, though, right?
That's
reggaeton and bachata, it comes from comes from this, right?
And today, and I was telling my family and even my son-in-law how you hear so much of the soca, and nobody knows about soca in Miami. It seems like the soca beat, which is now found in reggaeton, and I get disappointed thinking the soca is folkloric music from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, we're talking about soca music. Okay, we'll go Caribbean now. Okay,
yeah, and it's like the real Caribbean roots. And so now we've popized, or whatever you want to call it. You're Foucault.
Popularized, I just started reading Foucault this semester.
Okay, so you're getting there.
I'm getting there.
But anyway, soca beat has now become super dominant to the point that you're sick of it. Or people my age are like, what the hell? What happened to the origins of soca?
You're 27, though. You're 27.
I am 27.
Yeah, you're 27.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm moving.
You're my little brother. Yeah.
I'm your tío.
El tío. Oh, tío. My primo. All right, so let's start to play something. Let's play. People, feel free to be as critical as you want. Say that I sound horrible.
Yeah, you can, because I need to practice and I need to. Those of you that have lived in Miami for a while, you can tell me, hey, that's not the right sound. This is what's more common.
Yeah. And
then I'll, I have a little more time, so I'll practice my way back.
So I'm going to drink a little bit more as I approach the keyboard, just to get my confidence up.
Okay, be careful.
But this is sweet tea, so it's a sugar rush.
It's Texas tea.
Yeah, Texas tea. There you go. Texas tea. So let's see what happens.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Someone's saying, Almi, one of my classmates, saying, what would Bordeaux say about reggaeton? I don't know what he would do with reggaeton. You mind if I
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to right here. So clearly we're setting up in front of y'all. So we're going to try to make this work here. We don't play often. We played, what, 3 times? 2 times together?
Something like that.
Yeah, we're going to try to make this work somehow. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear the keyboard? Let me know if y'all can hear it. Y'all let me know. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear the keyboard? I think they're just
they're tuned down.
Wow, I didn't realize how. Jaylee Garcia saying, sounds good. Yes, play.
Ah, summertime. Latinos playing summertime. Well, we have picked cotton, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's appropriate.
So we're playing a little jazz tune tonight. That we're kind of turning into a little Latin thing.
Sure. Oh, okay, a little Montuno.
Where we going with this?
Keep going.
Alright, I got you. Go ahead. Hey.
Not too loud. Not too loud.
Get Hey, shout out to Rick. Shout out to Rick. Man, that was all you.
No way, it's all you.
Yeah, that's all you.
It
That's
was
good
you.
stuff.
Nice play, nice play.
Oh man, did y'all enjoy that? Let us know. Did y'all enjoy that? Did y'all dig the vibes? Did y'all dig the vibes? Oh man, let me. I dropped your thing. Oh man, we gotta set back up. We gotta set back up. Did y'all enjoy the vibes? Did y'all dig the vibes? What are the people saying out here?
Gotta practice some more.
We
Get a metronome.
Definitely gotta practice some more. Yeah, I need one for sure. Let's see. They're saying it sounds good. I need to be part of a good jam session. Love it. Mario is actually being nice for a change. Let's see here. Why isn't this thing? All right. This is awesome. Hey, you know it's serious when Hurston is doing his music face expressions. Well, every musician makes
we all
faces.
have our faces.
We all have our faces. Yeah. Meg Garcia saying yes. Lotus is saying yes. Great job so much. You guys rock, bro. It's been a minute since I heard that. Brought back some memories. That was sweet.
That's nice.
Jaylee Garcia. That's amazing. If this is intermediate, I don't why to expect at full force. I don't know what to expect at full force.
It should be better, yeah.
Best guest ever. This is what I'm hearing from here.
Oh my!
I would disagree. But
what?
I'm
Who was your best guest?
I don't know. I don't know. Connerly saying the drummer needs a drink.
Thank you. You're
so
right. I do. You're right.
Do we have anything left?
Do we have any? Yeah,
I do. I have stuff in the freezer.
Okay, here you go. There you go.
This is for you.
Oh, it's for me.
This is the drummer. This is the drummer.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think she might be right. Yeah.
Well, it's him. Connor Lee.
Oh yeah. What did she say?
The drummer needs a drink.
Oh, thank you, Connor.
So, salud.
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 So what just happened? We played some music, right?
Mm-hmm. So we tried to.
We
kind of sped up, but you know, when you haven't played that long, that's kind of what happens.
But so. To me, so I can't read music. I barely know chord changes. I don't know anything.
He's really good, don't you think?
No.
Come on,
not at all.
He's playing by ear. He doesn't read music.
No,
wow, I mean, that's
I
really...
grew up playing in a black church. Like that's what we did. Just listen to music and just play. But you can read this thing. You understand like when you see the music.
Right.
And you get a scholarship, full ride to undergrad. You got a master's in this. And you talked about earlier about how your neighbors, you know, dope dealers,
right?
You know,
wife beaters, abusers of children. Yeah.
You could have been one of those guys, but music was your way out of poverty, out of the neighborhood, out of a barrio, right? That was your way out. Mm-hmm. So, what does music mean to you as an immigrant? And I use the word immigrant carefully because we can be immigrants even though we're born here.
Okay.
In the sense that feeling of not being accepted.
Okay, I
being
can see
lost,
that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Not being part of the dominant, right?
Yeah, you don't fit in.
You don't fit in, right? So I think we can be immigrants in a lot of different ways,
mm-hmm.
In a more intellectual sense, right? So what do you think about that? Like, what does music mean to you at this point? As you know, someone who's older too, trying to get back into it. Someone used to be in it, in the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think music was my. In counseling, it's like people are trying to break the cycle. Your parent was an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic. Your sisters are alcoholics. Somehow you have to break that cycle, or the wish is that you someday break the cycle. Poverty, I think, is very much the same way. But in my situation, I lucked out, and it's because the family that I grew up in. I mean, we weren't super close, we weren't super tight, but mom and dad instilled a pretty traditional Latino upbringing, and my sisters, I really have to credit them for
strong Latino women.
Oh my God, yeah, to where I am today, because my oldest brother, has done very well himself too, but my sisters were very much about me becoming a gentleman with women, with
being respectful,
of people, and I remember being a child and my sister sitting me down and making sure that I was able to write my address, my telephone number. If in case I ever got lost, I would be able to articulate to people how to get me home.
Oh, that's powerful.
And then I remember in first grade not being able to speak English and being stressed out because the teacher would go down the row and say, okay, Harrison, what's this word? And then Harrison would have to repeat the word, and then he has to define the word. And she would go systematically down the row that I would panic. Yeah. But what I would do is find a way to be prepared. So I would write down the words, the vocabulary words, and then I would go home for lunch. And my sister Chris would be there because she was in middle school, I think, at the time, or maybe even high school. And then I would show her the word, and I'd tell her, what does it say? What does it mean? What is it? And then she would tell me. Like, I remember the word imagination. And that was a big word.
That's such an immigrant thing to remember a word. And I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
Go ahead. That's
in
powerful.
First grade, I'm learning the word imagination.
Yeah.
And so my sister says, oh, it's imagination. And I'm like, what is it? And then she's telling me. And so I go back to school right after lunch, and then, okay, Ricardo, because at that time, up until second grade, I was Ricardo. And third grade on to college, I became Ricky, and then in college, I became Rick.
Do you think it's part of trying to assimilate?
Hell yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. And it's part of the white culture telling me what my name should be.
Type of colonization.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And so... You know, I know I'm all over the place, but we've had like 5 of these.
It's okay. It's okay.
So anyway, when I came to Miami, my wife, who's white, was kind of giggling because, why are you going with Ricardo? And I'm like, because Miami is deeply rooted in Latino culture, and I have come full circle, and so I'm going back to Ricardo from when I was in second grade, when they changed my name to Ricky.
Who's they?
The school. And it was predominantly white teachers, a white administrator, and all Mexicanitos, and Mexicanitos barefoot.
And you know what? We'll be lucky if we get that term, right? I'm sure in the teacher's lounge they use other words.
Yeah.
To refer to those kids, right?
Probably.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure because I still hear it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason I tell you that. I was using the word immigrant is because the idea of an immigrant. So there are different words: exiles, political exiles, refugees, immigrants. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting how they're used politically. Why are some people exiles and some people immigrants? Why are some people refugees as opposed to exiles?
Yeah.
These are political uses, right, for certain political reasons. People will say, "Oh, well, these people had to come here because they were fleeing political issues." Well, our people are also fleeing political, like poverty. That's a real political issue, right? So I also learned English in school. I didn't learn English at home. I spoke Spanish at home, right? And learning English was one of the most horrible experiences. It was horrible. Like the shit that you hear, the places where I ended up because I couldn't speak English.
Really?
Like, as a kid, yeah. Like so. And tonight, part of you telling your story, I wanted to tie to political issues that were going on when you were growing up, to political issues now.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't grow up speaking English. I was an ESOL, English as a second language. There's like different names for it now.
ESOL.
So like I was in 6th grade in middle school.
Right.
And not being able to pronounce, and even till now I can't pronounce certain words as well as everybody else.
You're doing a hell of a job.
I mean, I'm trying, but but there are things that even on the show I promote every single Wednesday. Tune in at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I could not say Eastern Standard Time. I could not say that until maybe 5 months ago. And I had to work on that. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. I would repeat that every single day when I was trying to do the show. Repeat it. Even when it wasn't on Wednesday.
Why are you trying to assimilate, Vato?
Sorry. Because assimilation will get you partially accepted. Right? And even when you dress up and wear a suit and tie, it'll get you partially accepted.
And you and I have had that discussion about dressing up.
We have. And at this point, it's like, I'll take partially accepted as opposed to not accepted at all. And that's the contestation that we have to make, right? Mm-hmm. And people who I consider my brothers and my sisters who are black in the United States, it's like, shit, you have to do this too, but it might be worse.
Yeah, like, you have to find a way to put your foot in the door, and that's like, what you're doing through even just the way you're dressing.
But even then, even with a PhD, you still have to ultimately play the part to a T, or else you definitely can't get the door. Yeah. Right?
Well, and you and I have talked about attire, and like for example, I just finished teaching my class today, and I was wearing a jacket and dress pants and a dress shirt and.
You're real fresh. You're real fresh. Yeah.
And so, my colleagues, your professors, are kind of not making fun of me, but saying, "Why do you have to dress like that?" And I'm like, "Because I'm training the next generation of leaders in the education system.
Yeah.
And most of them happen to be white.
Yeah.
And I need to look the part because if I showed up,
even with your students,
even with my students, and then I could be totally wrong." Yeah. But that's my assumption too. That they're expecting a certain.
Well, we've been trained to think like that.
We have,
right?
We have, and but what I usually do the first couple of weeks of class is I dress up, kind of like I did today. I'm a little, I took off my jacket now, but starting next week, then I show up in dress pants and just a normal kind of a button-down shirt, kind of like I am now. But the first couple of weeks, I show up with a suit, because they're going to become administrators. And whether you're black, brown, Hispanic, whatever, you have to wear a suit as an administrator in the education world. So I kind of set the tone for them.
Yeah, so I have a conference this weekend that I'm going to.
Oh.
And I'm presenting about Woke Wednesdays.
I dare you to go in a T-shirt that says Nicaragua on it.
So I'm actually showing up.
Where's the flag?
The flag's over there. Nicaragua flag's over there. I'm actually showing up in some Jordans, a T-shirt, and a hoodie. Because the conference is about resistance in education.
Oh, look at you.
And what I'm saying is that by virtue of being not white, that's already resistance. To me, growing up, using slang, like saying, these are my boys, using the type of language that was the way I spoke English, right? That was the way I learned English, and that was already resistance to the white dominant culture.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be using slang. You're not supposed to be wearing a hoodie.
Right.
You're not supposed to be wearing these shoes.
Sure.
You're not supposed to look like you and be smart. You're not supposed to do that. So this weekend, I'm talking about Woke Wednesdays, and on Woke Wednesdays I don't dress up. Like I want people to know that we can be smart and we can look like us. We can be black, we can be brown, we can be poor, we can still be smart. Mm-hmm. And to me, so this weekend when I'm presenting at the conference, I'm going to wear Jordans, I'm going to wear jeans, I'm going to wear a hoodie, and I know there's going to be a lot of white people. It's going to be mostly white people, and it's intimidating and it's scary.
But they're educators.
They're also educators, but educators have also been people who have perpetuated the most racist.
Yeah, they've got their own biases.
The most racist things, right? In American education, right? Mm-hmm. Like there were eugenics movements at Harvard. Right? Some of the most educated people have been some of the biggest racists in the world. So part of this weekend tonight is to go, okay, like, I don't have to look like you. I don't have to dress like you.
The nice thing about that, though, in a conference setting is people get to select where they're going to go. So the people that go to your session are interested.
Yeah.
They want to learn.
Yeah.
It's not like you're presenting to the courthouse of Miami-Dade County.
Yes. That's what I
You have a safe environment to present your spiel.
That's the thing. It's a safer environment, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I was in corporate, like America.
Oh, shit. Forget it.
Shit,
They wouldn't give you... Go to Brickell and
wins
go
or
for
not.
dinner there.
Wins or not, all the way, right? But it's finding places where we can resist, right? Finding places where we can be like, this is not okay. And the educational system historically has been that place.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. To some extent. I mean, even in Texas, when you think about our African American brothers and sisters, where,
absolutely.
In Dallas, where I'm from, I think about how even early in Dallas public school systems, how the African American was still segregated, and the schools that they went to they were still having to work off of textbooks that were 10, 20 years old that the white community used in their public schools, and then were transported over to the African American schools.
Yeah.
And so if you were an African American student in the 50s, in the 40s, you're intercepting and you're working out of old textbooks that you're inheriting from a white student or a white school. I mean, it's just...
It's crazy. My fraternity brother, my line brother, Mario, he's here. He's the most disrespectful person I know.
He sure is. Mario, what's up with you, man?
Mario, what's up? Mario, what's up?
Is he white?
He's the whitest person I've ever met in my life.
He sounds white.
Mario.
What's his last name?
Mario
Smith?
Yeah, Smith.
Mario Smith.
That sounds like a
Damn, Mario, what's the matter with
Mario, damn you, Mario. Mario is
he needs to read Bordeaux.
He needs to read Bordeaux. He needs. Mario is a 6'8" black man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Mario has been.
Mario's cool. I like Mario.
Mario's my brother. He's family to me, and he showed me. He taught me the physicality, the consequences of physicality. And he always told me, he's like, Hurston, look. He grew up in South Florida. Oh. Mario told me, Hurston, I'm a 6'8" black man. I have to be very conscious in the way that I even talk to people, even approach people. And I had never thought about them, because I'm a small person. I have glasses. I'm a small person. Like, I'm brown, yeah, but I'm not. I don't have the physicality of Mario. So
yeah, he stands out.
He stands out more, right? And I've seen the horrible shit, like, and I've gotten that happens to Mario. And Mario, Mario has taught me a lot about that. So even the fact that I get to show up, that I think that I can show up to a conference with a hoodie on, is a type of, I hate to say it, but a type of privilege in a way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In Georgia, the conference is in Georgia. It's in Atlanta.
Wow.
In Georgia, a few years ago, a Puerto Rican man was deported to Mexico. A Puerto Rican man was deported to Mexico for being undocumented. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in. A Puerto Rican man was deported to Mexico for being undocumented.
Wait, what year was this?
A couple years ago, in 2000s, I think. And it was. He's. I'm Puerto Rican.
In the new millennium.
No, you're a Mexican and you're undocumented. Step back.
Damn.
And it's just like, fuck, like, shit, for real.
That is incredible.
For real.
And
so like, I have to show papers to show my humanization. Fuck, that's like some 19th century bullshit, right?
So what did the Mexican nationals say? They said, okay, you're not Mexicanos, so what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's fucking terrible, but Mario helped me understand that. I mean, I already got, like, I'm from North Carolina, so I already understood the color. Like, I've faced a lot of racist shit, but Mario showed me that there's even more racist shit.
Oh, I can imagine.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
I can only imagine.
So it's like, so I already had a very southern experience of a racialization of the body, but it's like, fuck, this is the world that we live in, right? Like, last night I was teaching a class, and students were saying, it's 2017. I'm like, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
We're not there yet. We got a long way to go.
We got a fucking long way to go.
Yeah.
The Wetback Act was 70 years ago? 60 years ago?
Yeah.
The wet. This is legislation that was called the Wetback. Like, this is legit American legislation.
Yeah.
It, like, people approve this bullshit. Like, the Wetback. I'm like, oh my god, the wet. If someone were to call me a wetback today, those are fighting words. I had white people call me at North Carolina all the time. Your
back is wet.
Like, oh, your back is wet. Do you need a towel? Fuck you. Like, I heard that shit in North Carolina all the time. And it's like, shit, this is legit legislation.
Wait, people were confusing you for a Mexicano in North Carolina?
That's the thing. Well, yeah, but to them, Mexican means everybody, right?
Everybody's brown.
Means you're an illegal. You're an alien. Yeah. You're an extraterrestrial. You're not of this world. E.T. Even the term third world, you're not of this world. You're of another world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ugh, like,
Yeah.
There are implications to the words that we say. Right?
Yeah.
But the point is that, like racialization is a horrible thing.
It is.
It is. And we're still dealing with this shit, right?
You bet. Yeah.
I've ignored all the comments for like the past 20 minutes.
You have been. You've been on a rampage, but it's cool. I like it.
So this is your fault.
I keep waiting on Foucault to step in. And Gramsci, Foucault.
I haven't got to Gramsci yet.
Bordeaux.
Marv's saying in the Northeast, higher education is damn near corporate America. Jesse Garcia is saying
I like what he's saying.
Oh, he's talking about neoliberalism.
I like it because he's also talking about new public management.
No,
new public management feeding into education today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where it's all about accountability, and the bottom line is continuous improvement.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is
so you're starting. We're not gonna go there, right? Not gonna go there right now.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the comments real quick.
Yeah, but I'm just letting them know that NPM is something to watch out for.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, you're so right. Any text you recommend?
Not right now.
No, okay. Let me know.
Can't think of any, but I can.
Yeah. Let me know. I love sharing like documents. I share documents all the time. Yeah. So please, if you post anything, let me know too. I'll send it to them.
Yeah.
Jay Garcia.
Who's that?
I don't know, but
is that a rapper?
Jay Lee.
Jay Lee. That's got to be a rapper.
She's down in Puerto Rico.
There's Pitbull, and then there's Jay Lee Garcia.
Featuring Jay Lee. Textbooks that have edited out indigenous history, absolutely.
Oh.
Meg Garcia is laughing. Mar's saying we're the same color. Mario, call me beige.
I did get a tan just recently because I go to the beach all the time now.
Let's see here. Meg Garcia saying this is also bringing up how men are feared more as well. That's interesting. How we're feared more. That's interesting.
I can believe that. I hope I didn't scare her as her dad.
Yeah, but that's the real thing, right? Especially police brutality.
Oh God, that's a good
real thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Especially, so this is the thing, and I hate to call this a privilege. Black men are more targeted than brown men.
Yes.
Statistically, from what we know.
Right.
But when it comes to states like Texas, California, Arizona, fucking racist ass, horrible place.
Right.
Like where I feel like I have to carry my passport so I don't get deported.
You have a passport? Oh yeah, Nicaragüense. Sorry.
Hey,
sorry.
Hey, you're good. You're good. I'm not even a legal person. Yeah. All right.
You're not a wet. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get that. So Jay Garcia responded. Also, women have more expectations to dress up.
That's very true. I mean, even in the world of administration and education, I know at the executive level, oh my gosh, I mean, women are all decked out, and I hated to see that when we would have meetings with executives, how women were constantly interrupted by men.
Yeah.
Because women wanted to say something and men just interrupted like crazy.
Yeah. So real quick, next week's episode is about violence against women.
Oh.
Yeah. I wanted to have a panel of all men talking about the subject. But guess what? I could not find any men who want to talk about violence against women. Not one. Not one. The only person I know is Mario, and Mario lives in Boston.
Yeah.
No one told him to move there, but he lived there. He lives there. And Vernon.
But he probably sticks out because he's so tall.
Yeah, he does. And he actually has a great term called environmental microaggressions, which is really nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Wait, is Mario teaching?
No, he's a full-time employee in academic affairs.
Okay. Student affairs? Academic affairs.
Yeah, no. But my point is that when I was like, initially I wanted to have a panel of all men. No one wanted to be on it. So I'm like, okay, let's do a panel of all women. Within 28 seconds, I had women on the panel ready to go. So yeah, we're ready to go. So next week, its topic is violence against women, and we have 4 women on the panel. I'm going to introduce the show, and for the rest of the show, I will be quiet. I will not say a word, because I think men obviously talk too much. We like to mansplain.
Oh.
So I'm just going to listen.
You sound like Ben.
I'm going to. I mean, we do.
Mansplain.
I'm going to listen to the entire episode, and I hope people tune in.
Good for you.
This is important, right? We need to talk about this.
There's a big discussion of that here at the university, actually. I've seen plenty of posters and flyers going on.
Yeah.
So it surprises me that you couldn't recruit men to come and speak.
I compare men, especially racial men of color,
Mm-hmm.
to white people, in the sense that white people get uncomfortable when we talk about racism. Men get uncomfortable. A lot of men when we talk about sexism.
Well, so it's a cultural thing, would you say?
Could be a type of culture, yeah, perhaps, yeah. But even things that were just, when it comes to power dynamics, that itself is uncomfortable, right?
Well, it's funny you say that because I was watching, I was reading something on the internet, and I can't remember what site I was at, but reading about the next Mexican, next election for president in Mexico, and how they have the current president, and then they have a silhouette of what the next president might be or appear to look like, and it's not a female, but it's the persona or the silhouette of a male.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Let me read some of the comments. Meg Garcia saying insane. Meg Garcia and Jelly Garcia, I feel like they know you. They've been commenting a lot throughout the night. They just seem very comfortable with you. I don't know.
They probably enjoy the bongo playing.
Perhaps.
Perhaps,
I mean, they did say you were excellent at what you do.
Okay.
Wendy Rojas said, Wendy Rojas Alas said, so many ignorants out there don't know South America exists. FYI. Mario saying, fuck Joe Arpaio. Yes, fuck him. Like, fuck him and 45. I'm sorry, you're a professor. I'm a student. Say anything? Fuck Joe Arpaio.
But we're both Latinos, so
we're
there
both
you
Latinos.
go.
Joe
On the same page.
Joe a piece of shit. He was handcuffing women who were giving birth to children to a
Was he
thing.
really?
He's a fucking piece of shit.
Jeez.
Like, Julie Garcia crushed the patriarchy and with a fist. Hey, Julie Garcia, I got you, girl. Mario saying, how you gonna just downplay my career? I said you're in academic affairs, Mario. Go away. Kathy's laughing. Awesome, Hurston. Meg Garcia said, awesome, Hurston. Thank you, Meg. Julie Garcia is flipping her hair, kind of saying, I think Meg and Lee are dating. No, they're actually sisters. And Nelson's just laughing. So let's end the show. We're about to end. We've been here for almost 2 hours.
How should we end it?
If you had to tell black and brown children growing up in poor conditions, black and brown children, like babies who are not used to seeing people who look like us in positions that are often deemed as important. If you had to tell those black and brown children something, because even though most people tuning in tonight are adults, we've all been children at some point. What would you tell those children? What would you tell those black and brown children that don't think that they can do it because they've never been taught that they can do it? Their history says, in the way it's been taught, that they're not good enough, and that they're not supposed to be here. They're more likely to be somewhere else than here. What would you tell those children?
I would tell them, do not be a statistic. And I say that from experience. I would say maybe about 20 years ago or 25 years ago, I remember presenting to an audience of Latino parents about going to college, their children going to college. And, I was much younger at that time, so I was just giving them a clear snapshot of what it took for a student to get into college. And then I remember I was on the PowerPoint and I showed how much it cost to go to college. But ignorant me, I was a lot younger back then. I'm just giving information, and I thought I was being very helpful because it was all Latinos, and I'm speaking to them in Spanish, and I'm showing them how their child would get into college, and then came the PowerPoint slide that showed how much it cost to go to college, and I'm not kidding.
I already know where you're going with this.
I had parents crying in the audience, and then when I finished my presentation, I went down to them because I was up on a stage. I went down and I talked to them. I said, why are you crying? And what affected you? What impacted you the most from the presentation? And their answer was, we can't afford for my child to go to college. So for students of color today that are in elementary or younger that are working the way through our system, and hopefully someday aspiring to go into obtain a degree. I don't know. I was at that point. I was really moved by that that presentation to parents and how people were crying. But to these students that are much younger today, hoping to someday go to the university or a college to obtain a degree, there are people that believe in you and want you to do well, and I feel like I'm a good example of that.
Yeah.
How from a very early age I couldn't afford to go to some events, and people would step up to the plate and say, well, here's a few dollars and here's how we can sponsor you to attend that event, and then that event led to other things, and then other things led to a scholarship, and then a scholarship led to an occupation, and then the occupation led to leadership roles, and leadership roles led to higher salary, which then meant I could provide better for my family.
So let me ask you a question, follow up to that, and it kind of overlaps with what you just said. Do you think that we, as people of color, black, brown, red, whatever color you are, that we can make it? And if so, why?
If we can make it, meaning make it where?
We can make it. We can make it past. We can the situations that we're in. And them understanding our challenges, and them understanding that they've been privileged, and then speaking on our behalf. We cannot do it alone. We can keep doing it alone, but we're only going to go so far. And I always think about in the whole spectrum of life and the whole spectrum of civilization, slavery was not that long ago. It wasn't. When
you look at the millennial year, the thousands of years that have gone by, the hundreds of years, the centuries that have gone by, race discrimination and really slavery occurred not too long ago. So it's going to take that long for us to finally get out of that cycle of discriminating others. But we can't do it alone as minorities. Our white brothers and sisters have to step up to the plate and say, yes, I have been privileged, and because I have been privileged, I know that has been wrong. And in this world,
there's some good white people out there.
Oh, there is.
There's
definitely
some good white people out there.
But you were asking me about what to tell the current students of color.
The young.
And my response initially was, do not be a statistic. And I give you the example of me speaking to parents about going to college. I've also, back in 1995.
You have 1 minute before you talk.
I'm sorry?
You have 1 minute.
Okay, 1995, I spoke to a panel of students, and they were knocking each other because they were thinking, well, you're Mexican, and now you tend to be smart and everything. They were bringing themselves down, and then I presented data, and I said, you do not want to be this statistic. You do not want to end up in prison. You do not want to be unemployed, etc. So, I guess to answer your question, to tell students of color, do not be a statistic.
We can do this.
We can do this.
It's not easy.
We're getting there.
It's not easy, but we can do this, right?
Yeah.
And there are some of us out here that we can help.
Oh, definitely. A lot of us that can help.
I mean, oftentimes I think we have a moral obligation. Personally, I think I have a moral obligation to the black and the brown children, especially boys, girls too, but boys. And it's like that I have a moral obligation to help you in ways that I wasn't helped.
Yeah.
Right. And I do believe that. I will fight for that. So thank you so much.
Hey, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. You were amazing. Thank you.
Appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate you. And Mario said we are